round starts, I'm going to go and get us a hot drink. Would you like a tea or coffee?
A tea would be rather nice.
White, sugar?
No.
No. Black tea?
No, white, no sugar.
White, no sugar. Do you want a drink?
I'm good, thank you. No.
Really?
Yeah,
Jean? None? Oh, coffee. I thought you said not for me. Coffee. I thought you thrown another syllable into the word coffee. Not for me. I get it now.
sounded to me more like pint.
Not yet. Coffee, white, sugar? To both?
I've had a question come in as well, actually, from Billy Taco, wanting to know about the difference in speed between modified and stock down the straight.
10 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's a bit more than that, probably.
11.
I think with you're probably seeing somewhere just over 50 with a modified, and somewhere just over 30, I think, with a stock. But actually, not a lot in lap time. I think the very quickest guys in stock are going just sub 13-second lap, and they're not going an awful lot quicker in modified. It's only really the top heat that are going any quicker than them. So, just proof that power can corrupt.
You've just joined us on chat, James.
Me?
Now I know what you were doing on your phone.
Yes.
It tells me, James. Same as I can see. Julie Thurston joined. Hello, Julie. She is now a member. Member's the wrong word. She now works for EFRA.
Yes.
I can't remember what she look after. Is it 1/10 on road?
It's one of the gas classes.
Yeah. I think it's 1/10 because Alex runs 1/10, does he not?
Alex runs 1/10 for Capricorn now.
Is he Capricorn now?
He is now Capricorn.
Oh,
in fact,
Serpent.
he did. We kind of broke that last year at Turkey. No, it was sort of inadvertent when me and Matt were doing a piece to camera right at the end. Alex was actually having his first test with Carl Branson's car, sort of behind us, and I'd sort of clocked that Alex was driving it, and it was sort of a little bit breaking news. But there you go. There you go. We didn't really mention it because I wasn't sure if it was a done thing or not. But yeah, that was.
There's been some other what's the word I'm looking for? Surprising moves during the silly season. What were your surprises?
There's not really been a huge. I mean, I think probably not really into world scale.
Yeah, I'm talking all classes now.
All classes. I mean, probably the big ones. Mark Reinhard.
Where was he? Where's he gone to?
Well, they were both with Infinity, and Infinity decided to sort of reel back their. Look like they've decided to reel back their on-road presence in Europe, or electric on-road presence in Europe.
Yeah.
So they haven't actually got anywhere yet. I think Mark is in the process of testing some other things. His brother runs a very successful shop in Germany, so Mark's doing some work for him at the moment.
That's cool. And didn't Dominic Greiner move from Serpent to...
He's moved from Serpent to Capricorn as well,
oh,
yes.
Right, okay.
So, former world champion with Serpent. Won the Euros pretty comfortably last year in Turkheim. I think I famously said to him in the post-race interview that it was quite a boring race.
Oops.
No, it was. I think Matt found it quite amusing that I was quite so blunt that he'd just driven away at the front and made it very, very boring.
It's like an Ongaro race.
A little bit, yes. Who have we got leading away? Steve Donald's led this one away. He's the white and pink car. He's just coming underneath us. I know most of the guys in this because they're Brits and I normally race them. James Egan, we had him mentioned earlier from Crew. He is out there on track. Tony Wade running in third.
Who's the worst driver out there that you usually race with then?
Nah.
Who's the dirtiest one?
We're all very respectful of each other. The driver that normally causes me to have the most accidents is myself.
Brewy, I'll take a coffee white, please, no problem. Coming up. Lepata, are all barriers made out of wood? No. They're made out of plastic, but aren't some of the bits of square tube actually got wood in to screw into?
Yeah. That's basically used as a joiner. These are sections of drain pipe.
So the middles aren't solid?
No.
Just drain
no.
pipe.
So you use sort of plug-in bits. They're cut to various different lengths, and you have plug-in sort of wooden sections to join them, little wooden rectangles, effectively.
And then the part of, especially the radius ones, yeah, we were talking about that about 10 minutes ago. The radius bits are just single sheets of perspex that bounce the cars out.
Let's find car number 1, Tony Wade. He's normally running a fairly bright shell. It is, where is it? He's the yellow and, I guess, burgundy contraption. Looks a bit like a fruit salad going down the main straight now.
Just whilst we watch him for a little while before James does some commentating on him, just a quick note to our viewers. If you have any questions with who's racing when, could I direct you to my RCM? All the information's on there, isn't it, James?
It is, yes.
The reason I say that is because currently in front of us, without looking at my RCM, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 monitors. Just to monitors and laptops to kind of bring the production to you. If I look at my RCM as well to find out these answers for you, that would make it 9. And that's too many. So head over to my RCM, look on the page there if you want to know who's going when, what time different rounds start, and who's in the lead, or results, etc., etc. Please do head over to there. We will give you the live things as they happen. If you want to know historical or future, head over to my RCM.
Just spotted on the camera, David Underwood appears particularly tall. I'd imagine he's either standing on something or he's wearing Cuban heels, because he's not normally quite that tall in comparison to everybody else.
I think it's Cuban heels.
Well, there you go. His head's nearly out the top of shot. Steve Donald nearest us.
I should go straight in that camera.
Richard Norris with his sort of characteristically high transmitter. It's always quite amusing watching how people hold transmitters and stuff. Steve Donald leading this one. Let's pick him up again. The white and pink coloured number 1 car. He's just coming past us now. Down the main straight. Sweeps round the end. We're just coming up to half distance in this run. Let's see who else we might want to catch up with. Dirk Brouwer, the number 5 car. We've not followed him at all yet. Number 5 car, he's just going out on the main straight. The white, blue, orange and white car. There we go. We've got Dirk Brouwer, German driver. Through LG, passes a car on the exit of it. Down the main straight. Flicks it through the chicane nicely. Car looking really good. It's quite strange when you've got a car that feels like that to drive, because you're driving it around and it feels really nice and you think you're driving it quite well and you're hitting pretty much all of the apexes, putting it in the right place, and you're just wondering why you're not fast. And normally it's just the car is rolling a bit too much. You're not carrying any corner speed. You need the car to corner very, very flat. So you need to be, in these cars, you need to have quite thick side damping. You don't want it too thick because the car will traction roll. But the car needs to corner quite flat, carry a fair bit of corner speed without the tyre sliding. That's always the balancing act. With a foam tyre, it's not quite like a rubber tyre. It won't just completely wash out and slide across the surface, but you will lose a little bit of traction. So it's a bit of a balancing act, and that's what the top guys are really, really good at. It's just holding the car at that point. Let's move forward 1 car. That's Jody Sherratt, I can see. Jody running in fact, he's running in 5th place in the heat. He could probably do with getting past Dirk Brouwer and getting away from him. That's Dirk just in front of him. In fact, Dirk is stretching away from Jody.
Lockton asking, how's it secured to the floor? And the reason I'm asking you that now, not in the brakes, because I'm actually intrigued into that as well, because I don't know the answer to that.
It's Velcro on the underside of it, so it sticks to the carpet.
We can't drill into the floor here because it's a shopping centre and they'll shout at us.
Yes. It's fairly robust. One piece by itself isn't, but once you assemble it all together and interlock all the pieces, it makes a fairly rigid assembly. And you can, I don't know if you can see actually, certainly in the chicane underneath us, There's like 3. It looks very wide. After the race, we'll focus in on it, but it's 3 bits, all Velcro to the floor, so it reinforces it. So it's a little bit wider.
Oh, okay.
So you can reinforce it by doubling something back on itself. If something's likely to hit at 90 degrees, you can stiffen the assembly up.
Oh, you mean, yeah, they double.
Yeah.
Yes, I see what you mean now.
So you get more surface area of Velcro in contact.
Colin Jackson says hi.
Hello, Colin. That's Colin Jackson, the racer, not Colin Jackson, the hurdler, I would imagine. They're both fast.
Billy Tacker, no, James, you're usually marshalling these boys, not racing them.
Well,
unlike TC when you're BQ.
Yes. Thanks, Betsy. Betsy needs to get on with building a fast F1 car. He works night shift at McLaren.
Oh, does he?
He does.
Where does Mark Stiles work?
He works at Mercedes, and judging by the tone of his hair, he's sitting quite close to the paint booth because it's a little silvery.
Oh, these little jibes you British on-road drivers have with yourself. I'll tell him he said that.
That's all right. He's well aware of it. All said in jest.
Andrea, Gerard, Claudia, and me are watching. Go, Jody.
Go, Jody.
Go, Jody.
Go, Jody. Jody.
Oh.
Jody finished 5th in the end in that one.
Robert Ellis, message retracted. Oh, I'm intrigued now. What did you say that you then changed your mind on that you don't want in the chat room? What flag's that? In 8th, position 8. Antonio Hung.
I'm not sure. There you go. You said there would be something. There would be nothing I didn't know.
Oh, there we go.
And I'm intrigued.
Do you know that flag, Paul?
Sorry, which one we do, come out?
Antonio Hung. It was position 8. It was just like a turquoisey green with a small white symbol in the middle. It's not one that I recognise.
I'm just going to check RCM and see if there's anything next to his name.
It's not one of the Caribbean islands, is it?
Excuse me. I don't know. Hung. Is that like it's Asian, maybe?
Let's have a look.
Hung.
Antonio Hung.
H-U-N-G.
MAC. M-A-C. Macedonia.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's a flag I've never seen before. In all my years, I've never seen that flag. What chassis are running at this level? Last time I raced the 112th, the associated car was the hot one.
Okay, well, that was one of the things over the winter. A few of us actually, as racers, became homeless because Team Associated decided to pull out of on-road racing.
Oh.
So, common cars out there. There's Roche, Eka, CRC. Caught up with all of those guys in the pits. Other stuff.